Hey everybody, Steven here. So this is gonna be part 3 for today. Just a little break. And just before that, I just added some of the roof, and I'm just gonna show you how I did that. But today, I mean, in this part, what I want to do is to do a little bit of Photoshop. Take some of the elevations, bring in Photoshop, add some texture, and kind of develop the concept. I mean, in another view. But just quickly, I'm just gonna add the roof. So I'm just gonna copy that outline here. Make sure that that's a group, and then I'm gonna paste in place. I'm gonna move that up, and I'm gonna delete one of the edges. Double click on this, and gonna give that a thickness. Make sure that's close, and I'll do the same here. Make a copy, make sure this is a group, paste in place, move up, delete some of the lines, and then extrude down. Double click, make a group, and we get that. So now we closed off most everything. I haven't closed those top cylinder, but that's fine. So to create an elevation view, I've done a few here already. So like this one, for example. So how you do that? So let's get back to our side view here. As you can see, this is at an angle. So if you were to use those button here, it wouldn't be straight on. So usually what you would do is to get the section tool and just make it on one of the plane, I mean the view that you want to do, and select that section, press M to move it, and you're just going to move it a little bit out, and now you're going to right click and oops, just get out of it, click it, okay, so you have to double click it so it's active, and then align view, and make sure that you're on a parallel projection. So now you'll get that view here, and make sure that you hit the pan tool like that. And now I just want to maybe change the style. So I got to style here, edit. I don't want to see the axis, I don't want to see the plane, and maybe you want to tweak the line. So again, go to sketchy edges, and usually I like to do permanent. In this game it was paint gray. Go back to edit, make sure this is ticked off, and maybe add some shadows just so it gives you more depth. And I'm just gonna choose one that's kind of what I want. No, this is underground. Maybe 8 o'clock. Like that. And just save that view. So save it as a scene. On that side. Create style, and we're gonna call that, I think that's the east elevation. And if you want now, you can just rotate. You could take one from here. But that's a nice one. Maybe I'll take one. I don't know if I saved one already. Yeah, so I had one like this. but here you can see it doesn't really have the same style like it was showing the plane. So what you could do is you go into that view here, you click that and you say update scene, but you just want to update the camera location. Update. I did it wrong. That's not what you wanted to do. What you wanted to update is update everything else except the camera location. So let's do that again. So it was something like this. Let's just save that. Update scene. I'm gonna save that everything. Come here. Go back here. Update. So you want to update everything else apart from the camera location. So update. So now you go back here. It will keep the same view, same shadows, and won't show the section. Yep, that's how you learn. And okay, so go back to here. Now what you can do is to just file, export 2D graphic, and I think it's on here. Just gonna save it in this one. So I already had some textures that I want to use for the Photoshop, and maybe I'll just use PNG east elevation. Okay, so now I'm going to Photoshop and open and texture east elevation. So that's what I get. And usually I'd make a copy. So now if I wanted to not see the bottom part, I could just select this and make a mask, and I have to just add a white background, and it's not disappear. I mean, I can just disable it to bring it back. Enable, and right now I'm just gonna draw a quick black line to kind of show my ground line. And it's not showing because I was drawing on that same drawing, so I better create another layer, and voila. So I get my thick line, bit thick, I think. I can use the pen tool. Where's the pen tool? I'm not really a pro at Photoshop. Okay, you can just call that ground line, and we gonna lock that. We can lock this, and then what I'm gonna do is gonna bring different texture. So maybe like this stone texture. I'm gonna make a copy of that, bring it to here, and then I'm just gonna scale it down. And maybe I'm gonna put on this one here. And just to get an idea of the texture. It might not be, I could tile it, but might not work. Like that, and maybe I'm just gonna change the color. Yeah, I'm gonna do multiply so it's kind of see-through, and now what I can do is to mask the parts that I don't want to see. So maybe I do want to see on part at least. I don't even see the line clearly. And click that. So now the texture is there. And does it look like? Well, it does look too big. It's not really nice. So maybe I'll just get it done and just make some copy and where's the copy? Yep, it's here. It's not nice, but it will do. Because what you're just trying to do is just to get a sense of what it would look like. So I'm selling all those fours and I'm gonna merge them, make a copy, so I can just copy along there. Get another one, select all of them, and I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna merge all of them again, and now I'm gonna make multiply and maybe change the opacity to 80 so it doesn't pop up as much, and I'm gonna make mask, and mask, if it's you paint in black, it will disappear, but you have to be on the mask image, so now it's disappear, and maybe the top one as well, and this too. Oops. And voila. Let's zoom out. Okay, it looks like. And okay, let's just bring in some more texture. This one. I want to bring in on here, so this is going to be for gonna make a copy of that. Just playing overlap, can't really tell. And I'm gonna merge those. I'm gonna make a copy. I'm just gonna bring it up and gonna merge that again. Change the opacity 80. Make a mask. I mean, I don't think that's the right way to do it, but that's my fastest way. So now what I did, because I didn't want to click one by one and here, so I've just selected this part here. I know that's the one that I want to not show, so now I'm just gonna press Ctrl Shift I and it will inverse it, and I'm just gonna delete that and press the mask. So now I created a mask for me. And maybe this one's gonna be some type of concrete. I think I had a concrete texture somewhere. Maybe this one. It looks age. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna bring it here. multiply, and now I think if I go here, oops, no, I have to select the image. That's one thing that I didn't do. In Sketchup you could maybe render some nicer line so that when you click here it will actually select just here, but because of the style there's some gaps in the image. Well, so you can just do this, and I'm maintaining shift to keep a straight line. Going back to that, press OK, and maybe this is going all the way down here, and maybe not that. So now I'll just use the brush tool, and if I paint white, so I need to change, oops, no, I paint black in this case, and here I'm just going to increase my brush, yes, but I think the best way to do is to just use the pen to the selection tool like this, make a cleaner selection, use the paint bucket and paint, and maybe this one as well. And I'm gonna change the opacity 70. Those ones, let's see, what else do we have? I like this one. There was like a wood texture, and I'm gonna resize it down. Maybe you can put it on here, maybe on the boxes that's popping out, and gonna multiply that. And I'm gonna make a copy again. Maybe move to somewhere else. Multiply. Okay. And maybe we want this part here. So let's get closer. And I'm going to go into the mask layer, and I have to paint white. Cool. I need some concrete texture again. Maybe let's take this, and we're gonna take this image, and we're gonna use that for our concrete post. So I'm gonna paste it twice, and I'm gonna merge those two. Gonna multiply. I'm gonna change the opacity, and I'm just gonna do that. So I'm just maintaining shift to add to the selection. You can see the little plus sign, and now I'm just going to move along, press shift and go all the way to the top. And press mask. You can see here the line is not properly done, so I can just take the brush tool, use the brackets to vary. How come it didn't go all the way to the top here? Maybe because the image is not going all the way to the top. Let's disable that. I'm just gonna push that up. Maybe scale it up as well. And re-enable this. And of course. Okay, what we're gonna do is just put back enable, and I'm just gonna make a copy of this. I'm gonna lift it up. And I'm just gonna delete this. So I'm actually deleting the images. And voila. Now I'm just gonna look like that, and I need to remove that little white thing here. How do I do that? I'm just gonna use the white. Oops. I press X to switch from black to white. Voila. Always save. East elevation concept. I think I need to put like a blue background just to give it a tint. Maybe take that. I'm gonna take that blue here, or maybe I can just, yeah, I'll just take that blue, make an image and paste the blue, put it at the back, and maybe I can put it at the front, multiply, do this, and I'm just gonna create a mask again. But this time, because I want to show the blue outside of this, so I'll have to press Ctrl Shift I, and voila. And actually I don't want the bottom part as well, so I can just select and voila. Maybe I should crop that image. I think it needs some colors. What do you have as color? So I got this one. Let's see where you could put that. In here. That'd be a nice patterns for the facade. But I guess it should be the other way around. Or maybe not. Let's make a copy of that. And just gonna merge, multiply, Actually, I think it would be nicer that all the one that pops out are colorful. I think this around here, it's gonna be glass. I didn't want to use too much glass because if the sun gets in, it's gonna be really hot. But then there's like a lot of trees in that street, because it's right here. So even though you have glass here, you still cast a shadow. So that's fine. Anyway, I was gonna put some type of a horizontal louver, so you actually wouldn't have direct sunlight there. So I'm just gonna add like a blue tint to kind of show that it's glass. Let's make, and maybe this. Press OK, and it's gonna be multiply. And now because that's at the front, where are those columns here? I'm just gonna apply, and I'm gonna merge those. So this is gonna be concrete columns, and I'm just gonna change the color balance. Yeah, not that great. So it goes to a bit step back and see what it looked like. Okay, maybe I'll just add some more texture. Which one I haven't tried yet? I think this one. And let's see, maybe we're gonna use the one at the back there. Multiply. And change the opacity. That's too low. And I need to remove the ones here. Voila. Okay, well, it's time for dinner, so that's it for today. Part for tomorrow. See ya.